Welcome everyone from YouTube to another episode of TeamWatch. We're on episode 6 today. Today I am accompanied by the amazing zacks-ophone. Say
Hola.
hi, Zach. There's Zach. Yay. Why don't you give
Hi.
yourself a brief introduction of yourself?
Hello there, everyone. The three people who watch this. I'm
You know what? Hold
zacks-ophone.
on. Let's stop. There is at least 90 views per video. First of all, okay, now you can resume your introduction. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I'm zacks-ophone. A lot of people in the amateur gamers community know me as someone heavily involved in the AGL, and which is the Amateur Gamers League, cool thing. Heavily involved in that. I'm also the admin of Amateurs Discord, and I was been kind of involved in both Skybound and IGHM to an extent. So,
Yeah,
that's me.
that's the zacks-ophone. Rich history. Very rich history.
Yep.
So we've heard from like other people that we've had like Blue Ninja on the show before. We were trying to get teams, of course, like cycle through, but we're doing this is actually the podcast coming right before AGL Season 2, and so if you would like to give us a little bit of information on like what can we expect, because we know there's a qualifier tournament going on. There might be room when this is up. I'm not sure. Where we record this probably a week in advance. So
Well, as of a week ago, from when this video is being aired, right now there's only 6 out of 16 teams signed up. So sign up for the AGL. The qualifiers going to be super cool. We're really excited about these. It's like this round robin tournament where it's a 16-team tournament, but only 8 teams are actually going to move from that tournament into the regular AGL. So it's kind of exciting. Yeah. So there's not actually going to be like a winner of this tournament. It's only a qualifiers.
So are you making it kind of like World Cup, like where these two teams are gonna like play 3 matches on 3 different maps, and you get points for those matches, and then all your points added up together, the top 8 are gonna go. Is that what I'm understanding, or is that wrong?
Yeah, kind of. You're pretty much getting it.
So it's basically, and then
Sorry, it's gonna be like
yeah.
four groups of 4. All right, and then the top two teams from each bracket group of 4 is going to make up the 8 teams that move on. Unless we don't get enough teams sign up, and then we just might not do a qualifiers and just let everyone into the AGO. But sign up, seriously, please. I need you to
Please, you have a couple days left. If it's not full, check with your local moderator or / AGL staff member. Actually, I think AGL
DM
told me
be
he
like,
wanted.
can I sign up?
Yeah, DM Zach, he'll know. Amateur Gamer said he wanted me in the staff too, but I didn't. He hasn't told me anything about that, so I am actually out of the loop as of this video.
I'll add you to the staff sometime.
Okay, cool. I had another point. So during AGL season, because I heard before we were talking about scheduling and why it was really hard trying to schedule everyone every time. It was kind of crazy.
Oh God.
It ended up working in the end. However,
I don't know how.
I know.
How, man.
I mean, when everyone was really available and we have readily cast available, because me personally, I have a whole lot of free time. Like I don't work a whole lot, but when and I'm usually always available to cast. What is the schedule going to be like? Is it going to be a lot of the same, or are we going to be more set about that and have a lot more subs?
It's actually going to be really set this time. So how AGL Season 1 worked is that every, like Sunday, I was working graveyard shift throughout the season of AGL, and when I was working like in the middle of the night, I would make a whole bunch of group chats for all the games that were supposed to be that week. And I'd be like, when is good, to like everyone, and it was just
When is good, fam?
so frustrating because of the amount of like schedule changes and just trying to get things. And we had games from like round 1 like all the way like halfway through the season. But this time, which I really hope it's gonna work, like I'm praying it's gonna work, but Amateur wants us to do all of our games on Sunday. So that way, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Was that out loud? No, I'm kidding.
That was loud.
No, I'm just kidding. It's so. See, I was always opposed to this idea just because, like, you're gonna have a lot more subs than I think really wanting.
Yeah.
However, it is a lot more organized this way as well, and it's a lot
Yeah.
easier for the amateur gamer and yourself scheduling and whatnot.
And we are like telling the teams beforehand. Like, if you sign up for the qualifiers, there's this thing at the bottom that says these are when the games are. You need to be available.
Is it very small in the smallest of prints? Is it?
It's pretty. It's smaller than I would like. But
people don't even like to read as it is.
I know, but they can't say it wasn't in there.
That's
I
not the
have
point, though. Like,
Picture evidence.
still, I mean, they can say like, we want them to see it. That's just the thing. Is there any way like to enlarge that by the time? Well, maybe. Hopefully, the problem is better, or maybe it's not as bad as the thing because.
Hopefully, everyone just watches this podcast and listens to what I say about it, and
That would be
they
nice.
know now. Like everyone,
Yeah.
games are on Sunday. Be prepared.
Yeah, amateur gamer. When you do the link of the thing, just say like, "Oh, this is AGL2 regulations," as well as just zacks-ophone talking about whatever. But yeah, so another thing I wanted to bring up was last season. I really wanted us to do like a 3 thing, like, because what I had envisioned last season was instead of like there's 3 maps for this round, right? I thought you play every round, and depending on how many points you get all the points, even if you lose the first 2. Like that was what I thought was going to happen, because that's what seemed the best for a league. However, it didn't end up that way, and I think I know because of time and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
that's
especially like that's the only thing. I don't know.
Amateur wants to do all of the games like back to back on Sunday. It's like this 5-hour slot where 10 games are played on 2 different streams.
I could see that.
Yeah, but
But that's another thing with casters too, because sometimes like not everyone's gonna be available, and if you need 2 casters of the game, well, usually you would want 2 casters of the game anyway if we're having this, because that's another thing, is the set casters. I don't know if Plague wants to do it. He's very anti-Overwatch now, it seems.
Plague is into it. I think Plague might.
We'll see. I don't know. He might work
imagine
some
AGL
days.
staff right now.
Okay. But yeah, there was that. So if we do have multiple casters, then we're gonna have multiple casters on different streams, and I guess I don't know, people like, in the same thing with tournaments, like people have an opportunity to watch your game, but they have to go out of their way to watch a different stream, and if they're not even in that side of the stream, then why watch it? I always liked where that was another thing I really liked about the random games was, okay, there's a AGL season match going on, and then people are gonna watch it to see what's happening, because it's like what, hour maybe at the most of gameplay, and then whatever.
But now it's gonna be like
Exactly.
5 hours in a row on 2 different streams. It's gonna be hard to watch.
Yeah, that's another thing where I really like the other one. The only thing the only negative I ever saw with the old system was that it was hard on you in amateur. Like that was the only bad thing that I saw, and it was pretty
hard,
bad.
especially now that I'm in school.
Yeah, that's even crazier.
But no, I think it'll work.
Hopefully. The worst, like, I don't mind doing a schedule if everyone is happy. The only thing I worry about is people aren't going to be, like, a team's going to have just a whole bunch of subs. Like, I mean, like, even in the old one, like, you had a bunch of subs before, like, Omega sub unit. Like, played last. Like, they were always with subs.
Yeah, totally.
My team had a whole bunch of subs AGL Season 1 because the people just couldn't show up even on certain days. But whatever.
Actually, going back to one thing that we kind of just skipped over, you're talking about doing 3 games instead of like
yeah,
a
I
best
forgot
of
about
3.
that because of the thing. Yeah.
I'm worried. Like, I think that's a good idea, but I'm worried about time because I'm worried about those games going over and pushing our already 5-hour session to being a lot longer.
That's the truth. That's truth there too. Well, it depends because. Well, no, it is going to be different because you're guaranteed 3
Yeah,
games every time.
games can go half an hour. Like I've seen that happen many times.
Yeah, especially if it's going in overtime on both sides and both team are really defending well or
hmm
attacking well, and
I mean, but those are always the best games to watch. But it's
it's
still
true.
just gonna screw us up.
Yeah. So it's probably best this way.
hmm
Well, that's the thing
But
with
I don't
time,
know.
like the
We
time
might
thing,
decide.
like with all this, like we're trying to do a thing that professional people do. And the only difference
hmm
between us and the professionals is they're getting paid for it. And so there's like a whole lot more motivation in everything. Like you don't mind taking that extra, like pushing a 5 hour session to like a 7 hour session just because like you're gonna get paid for it and you're working basically. This
Yeah,
is a
we're not getting paid for it.
this is a hobby or like a passion for people, and you're not getting paid for it, so it's a lot
Yeah,
different.
totally.
And that's another thing with like teams dropping out, because we see a lot of teams get disheartened and lose motivation because they get like
Uh,
destroyed or something
I
like
think
that.
that was one of the reasons that we instituted the $10 entrance fee.
Oh, there's a $10 entrance fee now.
There is to the
Oh, I didn't know
qualifiers.
that. So if
Yeah,
you want, ah, so it's not
that's
for
gonna
the
that money is all gonna go in. It's all
Sorry,
gonna
go
go
ahead.
into the prize pool. We haven't decided yet if it's gonna be for the invitation teams or not. If they
Honestly,
have to pay.
I would say they would have to pay regardless because it's still towards the prize pool and you're still competing. I mean, you get a free shot of doing it, but you should still pay, in my opinion.
Yeah, we haven't made an official decision.
And
Yet,
it's
so.
10 per team or 10 per person.
10 per team.
Okay, so that's not bad at all. Even
Yeah.
10 per person, like $10 isn't that bad if you work even just a little bit or have a parent like, oh, $10, whatever. But either way.
I'm hoping the prize pool is gonna be pretty good this season, especially now that we've got Ryojin Esports on board.
Oh yeah, I saw that somewhere. Scrounge around that Ryujin is gonna be sponsoring something. I don't know what.
Yeah, they're sponsoring the AGL season 2.
Oh, cool. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Oh. And if we win, I'm gonna have to set up a PayPal eventually. Dang it.
No, competition is tough this year.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. Like so many team changes. Like Skybound's not the same they were. Both Skybound teams, Lightning and Thunder, aren't the same as they were.
Yeah.
It'll be really
Winnie Hut
interesting.
Juniors is still really
Winnie Hut
strong.
Juniors hasn't changed a whole lot. The only thing is, I don't think they're actually they might take Squad Hussein back.
Distortion.
JK.
Distortions is taking a break right now.
Well,
Because of
I've
his
been
internet
talking.
situation.
Yeah, I talked to Distortions a lot. He'll most definitely be back. I think by the time season starts. If he doesn't though, they're still a very strong team. I don't know who they have playing off tank for them though currently. We did play, or I did watch them kind of play against Thunder. And they did a really good job.
Yeah, I was in that game.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
forgot.
Zig was playing off tank. Zigzag was playing Diva.
Yeah. Speaking of tournaments, oh my gosh. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Well, actually, I don't know if that's for later or not. Never mind.
I don't
Sorry, go ahead.
know. Okay.
I probably shouldn't. I
I
probably
don't know.
can't tell
What do you want
anyway.
to talk about?
Well, there was.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Skittle. So, we were talking in the Lightning chat, and like one thing was we were talking about a tournament. I don't know if it was supposed to be last tournament or the next tournament or something, but we wanted to get you to sub for us, like just for the first game, so other teams couldn't let you, or so you couldn't sub for other teams. Like that was like we should get him to sub for us so we can't do other teams. And I thought that was really funny.
Actually, during that game that I subbed for Thunder, Vanquish actually asked me to sub.
Really,
Yeah, I almost did it.
Vanquish.
If Angel would have let me, I would have loved to kick your guys' butts. That would have been funny.
My gosh.
Like, how would you guys have reacted if you had like gotten onto the loaded in and saw the Vanquish roster and me on there? That would have been
like, well then,
hilarious.
that's the Zach then. Yeah, the Vanquish game was really interesting. They really a strong team currently.
Yeah, definitely.
They're probably one of the powerhouse teams to take it, as well as Little Epic. Little Epic clan is still pretty strong. I don't know. Lightning has a long way to climb, in my opinion, from what I've seen.
Yeah,
Still
Team
like
Jade, Turnback, those are all some good teams too.
Team Jade. I almost
Actually,
played
no,
for Team
Turnback
Jade.
isn't. I lied. Turnback is not registered.
I
But
was
Team Jade, I haven't seen Fluffy Esports, but their team is also registered.
yeah. I've seen Fluffy Esports play. They did a pretty good job from what I saw. I think they were
Do you also know? Do you know Froda Niao, whatever that team is?
Froden,
'Cause I
yeah.
don't know them. Yeah, that's another team registered for the qualifiers.
Spell that? Can you spell it? Cause I can't. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Like Frodo, like Mr. Baggins.
No, looking. I posted it in your team chat. The picture with all the teams that are registered. That's how you spell it.
The team chat. Skybound team chat.
Yeah, Skybound's team chat.
Skybound team chat.
Man, this Capri Sun is good.
Proda Niao.
Proda Niao. Have you
Oh.
seen them before?
No, I've never seen them before. I've never seen
Huh.
Team Goliath either.
Neither have I. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting league.
Very interesting.
Anyway,
So,
what do we talk about next?
it's like whatever you talk about. Like, I see. So you are like really on this Destiny train right now.
Oh God, I am.
Like I don't see. That's one
It's-
thing. Like Destiny is a very repetitive game. You can't deny that.
No, I can't.
The fun thing that I found in it myself was building my character and getting stronger. And then once I hit that 305 cap, which I think isn't even there anymore because you can do the prestige, nightfall, and prestige, whatever.
No, it's still there. That cap is still there
Oh, okay. Like
until
what-
the prestige raid comes out.
like why do you find Destiny so enjoyable? Because I'm very intrigued.
You know, I don't like playing it by myself.
Yeah.
I usually have a
can
lot
agree
more
with
fun when I play it with like Plague and Air, and like I enjoy it that way. By myself, I really don't feel like I have anything to do. But
Mhm.
when I do it with people, like we run people through the raid. You know, it's
Yeah, but
just
you're
kinda,
doing
it's
the
kinda
same
fun.
thing. Like I know I
Yeah,
can
we were
understand
doing-
you having a fun with your friends, and it's like, but I like personally me like it doesn't give me enough of a challenge. I don't know. That's just me too. Like I can see. I honestly, any game is really fun playing with friends. Even if it's like a crap game, then you can like crap on it with your friends and whatnot. Like, this game's funny because it's like whatever. Destiny's a good game. I don't know. If the Crucible was a little bit better, then I'd probably just play Crucible. But I'm not a fan of the Crucible mechanics myself.
I mean, I like Trials.
I never see. No one wanted to do trials. I mean, that's another thing. Like, no one was like, "Oh, well, trials." I'm like, okay, fine.
I've gone flawless twice.
Oh, good, nice. Thanks for asking me to do trials with you at any time.
You're welcome.
That was fun. Oh wait, it didn't happen. You know that,
We'll
but the
play
audience
Trials.
didn't happen.
We'll play Trials sometime.
No, it's too late.
But-
It's gone. It's over.
Oh.
I was just a side choice. I actually just turned in. I sold Destiny 2 today because
Really?
I did.
Thanks.
I know because no one like if they ever wanted. I was always the person like, oh, this person can't make it. Oh, we should ask Mex. And I'm like that doesn't feel good. Like I don't want to be the side hoe. So I was like, nah,
Oh,
I'm good. I
Feels
put it
bad.
towards a pre-order for like Call of Duty or something.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is a challenge.
I was never a Call of Duty fan.
See, I wasn't either. Like personally, it's the same thing. Like I don't play Call of Duty alone. I play with my cousins, and you have no idea. My cousins are hilarious, and we have a whole bunch of fun. And even if I'm not good at the game or I'm not super big a fan, we play for like 3 months, and we have like these game nights where we stay up like till 6 a.m. in the morning playing games. And I love that feeling. Like you're having fun with your friends, even though the game is like meh. Like it's still fun to play with your friends, and it's hard. Like Call of Duty is such a hard game for me. It takes me so long to get even a decent KD.
It's not my shtick.
Mhm.
I don't
can
know.
definitely agree with that.
I also enjoy Destiny because like I started playing it all the way back in vanilla, and like I fell in love with the game and I just played it a lot.
No, don't
I
get me
actually
wrong.
like
Sorry, go ahead.
I actually like had to make myself quit
Oh yeah, you were
because
saying
it
that.
took over my life a little bit. It was not a good time.
Dang.
It's doing the same thing right now, but I don't really care.
Let the darkness take me. Uh, yeah, I can definitely agree or I relate to that, but I don't know. I love the RNG thing, like trying to get the loot, trying to do that. But
Yeah,
then
trying to
then
get the loot.
again, there's so many other games for me, like getting the good loot to do cool things. Like in Destiny, like oh you get a cool weapon, and sometimes you don't like it, whatever. Like, there's this game I've talked to you about it before. Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is so amazing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's the same RNG system. You try to get the loot, and then you use this loot like they're pieces of monsters, and you can either craft it to like armor or craft it into weapons of your choosing, and then you can look. Okay, if I want this dinosaur tail sword, I need a dinosaur tail bone and 3 of them or something like that, and it's that system, and it's pretty fun.
Hmm.
It's pretty difficult as well, which is another aspect. Like, I love challenging games. Like, I'm a Dark Souls fan. I like punishment. It's like a little bit of a masochist thing, I guess. Nah.
You know, I think I also like Destiny because of how, like, even in the beginning, when it didn't have much of a story aspect, its gunplay was still like top notch. Like
Oh yeah. Like the guns are pretty
like
cool. in
everything
this.
Bungie did. Yeah, they sound amazing. They look cool. You feel great using them. I don't know. The game, I just have fun just like playing around, and I don't know.
So were
I
the
don't know
guns
why
a
I like
whole lot
Destiny so
different?
much.
Like Destiny 2, the guns are pretty cool and pretty interesting. Some guns I'm like, I mean, it could be differently designed, but they didn't captivate me, so to speak. They were pretty fun to play with, but
I think in Destiny 1 they were a lot less conservative with their exotics.
hmm.
Like in Destiny 2 I feel like the exotics are pretty conservative, especially the armor. Like, there's no good there's no like super strong armor pieces except for a couple.
Yeah,
But like Destiny 1, like all of the exotics were just
amazing.
I mean, not all of them, but you know, a lot of them felt more impactful than some of the exotics in Destiny 2 feel.
I
I
can
feel like
definitely agree to that. Even
that's
I
them.
haven't. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that's Bungie trying to like keep themselves in check a little bit and not make anything too powerful too soon,
And then
which
later
they had a problem
buff
with
or
in
later
Destiny 1.
nerf and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Um, what was I gonna say? It was about oh yeah, exotics. Like there were some exotic like chest pieces or armor pieces that I'm like, it gives you a little bit of a boost, and like PvE wise, I don't see it having that much effect, but PvP wise, I can definitely see like it gives a whole another advantage. Like I can see, oh, even if you like sprint just a little bit faster, like this gives you that much of an edge PvP, even though it doesn't seem like much. Um, and like if PvP was I would have probably I'd still be playing Destiny probably day to day if PvP was a great place. But the Crucible and whatnot, I don't like the mechanics of it need worked on, or something. I don't know.
I think Destiny 2 Crucible is way better than Destiny 1 Crucible,
Ooh, nah, I
in
don't
my
wanna
opinion. Destiny
war
1
them.
Crucible was like spam your abilities to win the fight. I think they've toned down Destiny 2's Crucible, so it's kind of more actual gunplay.
I can definitely imagine that, but like the thing with like the Destiny 2 stuff and the Crucible is like there's so many times like probably 4 times a match like I'll kill someone and they'll kill me in the same instance. Like in games where that like you shoot like an Overwatch or Call of Duty, like that rarely happens, and when it does, it's like, whoa, that was cool. Like, but in Destiny it happens like I feel like I'll punch someone to death and it was just enough, but he punched like a second after and got me too. I'm like, what? Come on.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I got good reflexes, and well, I don't play like my aiming skills might not be the best, but I have strategy and reflex and whatnot, and I can't use my reflexes if they're gonna get me anyway, just because they decided to push it too, and that's what kind of annoyed me.
Yeah, that's just. I guess that's kind of just a big part of Destiny, is you dying at the same time as someone else. That happens a lot.
I know. It's like a
It's okay.
But yeah. This this new every new expansion or whatever it comes out with a new raid then in Destiny 2. That's so I've been told.
Probably.
Probably it's
There
not
was
even
one
guaranteed.
expansion. Okay, there were 4 expansions in Destiny 1, and 3 of them had raids.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, it was really funny. They were streaming the announcement of the expansion that didn't have a raid, and they like brought streamers like to help their guy Deej announce it. And like the very start of the stream, the streamer to his left was like, "No raid." Anyway, so how's it going? Like to start the announcement.
My gosh. That's just the live chat would just be livid.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Oh, I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I need to, I don't know. I would like to get into more of the streaming stuff.
Oh yeah, that's why I got my new setup stuff. I got an Elgato. I got, you know, all this stuff, so I can start making videos and streaming from my computer. I feel special. I feel powerful.
Oh, that's always good. Like, just any kind of really game-related videos, or are you gonna, like, particularly play, like, Destiny?
Probably Destiny, maybe some Fortnite and Overwatch.
Fortnite's so badass. I'm having such a blast. Like, see, like, I say Destiny's a repetitive game, but so is, like, Overwatch and Fortnite, because you drop in, you get loot,
You do the same,
kill.
exact same thing every
Yes.
single time.
However, there's so much different possibilities that can happen playing in PvP, because people act differently every time. Like, there's so many, like, you might not get this rare drop in this one instance. I mean, it's just like this other level of, like, fun to me. And it's not the same in Overwatch, because there's not so much different possibilities. It's like the team play that gives the fun aspect in Overwatch. Like, there's not, I mean, there's good teamwork in Fortnite, but it's not a team game that I'm like, ooh, I like it for the team play. Like, it's whatever for team play.
I mean, but then there's things when you think about team play and you actually look at Destiny, like there's parts of the raid where your communication and like you have to do everything exactly right in order to succeed.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that, but that's not like very integrated. I mean, you need good communications, yeah, but I don't think it takes as much teamwork as like being like excelling at a game like Overwatch. Like, to know exactly, like when you have to disengage from a fight, know exactly when it's lost to save as much time as possible, or to attack one person in particular, or knowing that this person has their ult, so you need to use an ult in response just to shut them down, or something like that. Like, there's so many different aspects to that. The raid is also pretty good because you have all these ults and you have to figure out what to use them, but you only have like 3 ults per class. You have like 9 different ults to use, and I'm sure you can incorporate them in different ways. Like, you have a hunter to make orbs, or you have a hunter to
I think
do more DPS stuff.
Overwatch definitely has a lot of replayability with all the different heroes and stuff. Because like every hero you can like learn and
honestly,
master.
I haven't even like played a whole lot of like Diva. Like, Diva's probably my least played tank, and I could go back in and like learn Diva, and it's like a whole new game for me because I've never really played Diva, and that's what I love. Like, I mean, I haven't been playing right now because Fortnite's just too fun for right now.
Oh my god!
But
I've almost decayed to 3,000. I'm almost there.
actually, I mean, I don't know if I've decayed because I almost hit Masters. Because when Season 6 came out, like I was even in the Destiny craze too, like playing all the Destiny and like hardly played any Overwatch, and then I decayed. But I'm almost back to Masters finally.
Anyway, all right. What's next? What's our next topic?
You talk what? I mean, I don't have like topics that things just come up and you start talking about them.
Okay.
Like, this is I don't know if people know the show, but this is all improv. Like if you watch the half cow episode, like, oh, it's not out yet. Never mind. Dang it, amateur. I mean, it's out now. Go back and watch it. Now that I think about it, yeah, that half cow episode was fun.
When this airs, it'll be out.
Actually, I wasn't supposed to. Well, I mean, then again, I wasn't supposed to let people know that's half cow because I wanted to keep it a surprise. But then by the time anyone hears this, unless you like Discord everyone right now, hey, it's half cow's episode coming out, by the way, then. But either way, it don't matter. But it's cool because if
I'll
you
do
go
it.
listen to
I'll
it,
post. I'll add everyone.
like we talk about like she like when messaging her and getting ready for everything, and she's like, I guess I'll do it, but I don't have anything to talk about. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure we'll find something. And then we ended up talking about like old school games for like the longest time, and then we talked about Overwatch
Oh, nice.
strategies right at the end. And it's a really cool episode. I really had a blast recording with her because she's really cool. But yeah.
I mean, are you not having a blast recording with me? You've
No,
been
I
in my
mean.
apartment. You've been here.
Oh yeah, anyone didn't
You've
know?
met me in person.
I
Yeah.
traveled 5 hours to go to Zach's place. It was cool.
During the AGL season 1 finale,
That was
we
pretty
were
crazy.
in opposite
That was
rooms.
that was an exhausting
God.
casting thing for me.
That was exhausting playing.
That was pretty crazy.
Man, I just wanna,
Honestly,
that game against Weenie Hut Juniors.
dude, that whoever won that game, honestly, I think would have won the whole thing. Like, if Phoenix High Juniors would have won,
Yeah.
because it was up to game 5 because it was like 3 out of 5.
Well, so
right?
was IGHM versus Little Epic. That was also up to game 5.
That is true. Little Epic was pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
It was
IGHM
just
didn't-
super intense
I don't
and
think
crazy close.
From what I saw, like IGHN didn't bring their A game, in my opinion, from the last fight, because I could notice like people losing interest. Like there
Yeah,
was
they
times
kind of
where-
gave up during that, like, final the finals with Skybound versus IGHM. I felt like they had given up a little bit.
Like I would see things like Via's Mercy going onto the payload by herself when like when you had time to regroup with your team, like it wasn't as such a hard fought effort. But still,
I mean, everyone was tired. It was a
Yeah.
long day.
that's pretty crazy. I remember you bailing on me to drink just because you're like, oh, I played games all day.
I'm
I know it
sorry.
was mentally straining, but I was pretty
Yeah.
disappointed.
Did you actually have you heard that IGHM is actually not going to be playing
Yeah.
in season 2 of the AGL?
No, V told me. Like as soon as this is going on in the chat, she's like, "Oh, I guess we're not gonna be playing." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty sad." I'm kind of a little miffed at like I mean I'm not real I'm a little disappointed. It's like I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. With IDHM, like I peek in and like play again air, like I don't want to go back to Overwatch. I'm like maybe I don't know. Maybe they should play other heroes and rekindle their spirits. Because honestly, I've played more than both of them, and I'm still like, woo, let's go.
Well, I think for them too. After having talked to them a lot, they started playing Overwatch because Destiny 1 started to get dry,
Oh,
and that was the reason that they really started playing Overwatch. And now that they have Destiny 2, I think they just don't feel like I don't. Besides like helping with the AGL, like I don't want to compete. I got burned out of that.
I also, well, that's the thing, like, I got burnt out on playing Overwatch competitively, but then this new thing came out, and then even if, like, I wouldn't mind not competing, I mean, competing is still fun, but then you have casting, and you have all this to do, and, like, this game is ever-changing, like, all this, Overwatch is, like, one of my favorite games of all time, simply because they're always changing things, and everything they do is free. Like, you don't have to buy new heroes, you don't have to buy, well, I mean, you can buy new skins if you want to, they're all cosmetic stuff. And you can get them by chance, like, there's nothing in this game you can't do, without paying money. And that's what I love about it. Like, and then it draws people in, they make their money off loot boxes because people are so Overwatch crazy anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Destiny had more replayability, I'd probably still be playing that. People have their own
I mean,
things.
I feel like I see the replayability in Destiny, but you know.
It's like I said, it's
That's
to each his own. Everyone has their own opinion and like take on the games and whatnot. It's just not for me. And Destiny, we're expecting 4 things for Destiny 2. You said. I don't know. Maybe I'll look
Probably.
up more story because I'm not gonna lie. I like lore-based games like Destiny where you have to dig for the lore in their story. Like that our Destiny story that you showed me was pretty cool. Like the first 30 minutes wasn't even stuff in the first game. It was just like all this lore. It was pretty interesting. And
No, My Name is Bife is awesome.
yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool dude. Indeedy. But I am still looking forward to again. I can't wait for the South Park game. Are you a South Park fan?
I am not.
Oh, never mind then. I'll say this new South Park game has got me hyped because it's so funny. Like I don't know if you've seen or heard anything about South Park, but it's like very controversial.
I've watched a couple
topics.
episodes.
Yeah, like one thing that they released about the game or gave a leak about was the game's difficulty slider. You
So
can choose. Oh, what's up?
Harder when you're a person of color. I
Oh
saw
yeah,
that.
like the harder you slide it, like the darker your skin becomes, and that's just so funny to me. Like only South Park would do something like that. It's so racist, but oh man, South Park is funny. They're funny people.
Yeah.
You're kind of cutting in and out right there. I don't know if just a little bit.
How about now?
Oh, you're good now.
Better.
Yeah,
Okay.
muy buenísimo. So how's that?
I
college?
feel like
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll talk about college, but actually, I kind of just want to tell my
Tell your
whole
story.
story from from when I Overwatch to how
You're
I
still
got.
cutting in and out. You want to tell your
no.
Overwatch to get to what?
Am I cutting out now?
No, you're good.
Okay, I wanted to from when I started Overwatch to how I became like admin on AG's server.
Oh yeah, I
and,
forgot. Like, how did that? Like, where did you meet AG and everything like that? Let us know.
So, I mean, it really started like I bought Overwatch in like August, like a year ago, a little over a year.
Oh, you bought it.
I started
with
playing. Yeah, I didn't buy it like right when it came out. Maybe it was in the middle of the summer. I don't know. But I started playing it. I like played it a lot. Like I just got really into it, and then I like was so competitive with it. Like I got like super competitive, and I like wanted to find a team to join because I thought that would be the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah. No, it's just.
Yeah,
like,
I was.
It is pretty dope.
And so I went to the Overwatch PS4 Facebook page, and there Mr. Skettlebus posted about his new team called Skybound,
Really.
and they were looking for new members.
So you looked like looked up a hashtag for like PS4 Overwatch or something, or?
No, it was like a Facebook group,
Oh. Interesting.
and I was like, I commented, I was like, "Hi, I'm a Lucio main, and I'm in Plat,
Hey.
but I would like to be part of an Overwatch team." And then I tried out, met Skettle and I think it was like Alex and Blue, and then eventually met Herm. Herm wasn't there for like my first tryout. Herm's a character. Anyway,
That's the truth.
but yeah, I met all these people, and then Skettle like took me aside and he was like, "Hey, we're still considering other people, but you know, considering your hero pool, probably gonna give you a spot." I was like, "Yes, yeah."
Your hero.
Actually,
your hero pool, more like your hero like drink. I don't
yeah,
know.
my hero puddle,
Hey, puddle. There you go. I was like, what's a good better word?
hero puddle.
But yeah.
But actually, the first game of Overwatch that I ever played with Skettle was his first time with the Zarya Golden Gun because he had just gotten that,
Oh yeah.
and he got to play the game and he was like so excited. Actually, like the first thing I did was get like a triple kill, like all of them as Lucio, in that first like quick play game, and he was like, "Okay then."
Dang.
And I was like,
Nice.
"Yes." Yeah.
Yeah. Like I love it.
good.
Like yes, I pressed them. Haha. Like I love those feelings. Like the first character I ever played was Lucio as well. Well, I don't know if that was the first character you played. Like I got the game Overwatch probably like 2 weeks after it came out because it looked like the cover art was beautiful. I was like, I don't know anything about this game, but I want to try it out. But I hear like you need friends to play. And then I asked around, and everyone's like, "Oh, you shouldn't get it if no one can play it." I was super sad because my cousins are not for a better lack of better, not bad word, they're not nice in their game choices, or they don't relate to
They're
the
not.
games.
They're not into.
Yeah,
They're not into this.
they're not into the colorfulness of it, even though like they could be a competitive shooter. But anyway, so I got it myself anyway, despite everyone being like whatever. And then I started playing, and then I met people on Quick Play before like any competitive season, like because there was a time where
Yeah,
you
I
don't-
was. I was also on before the first competitive season.
then you were there way before August, because the
Probably.
first
I
competitive
don't
season
remember.
came in like July. But it was like
Oh,
I was meeting
then-
some people. I think it was July.
I don't know.
It was a long time ago. But anyway, like I meet people and then like everyone like with a mic, I just ran at people and then I ended up meeting this dude called Semper, and Semper introduced me to Fake Napkin, and Fake Napkin introduced me
Uh-huh.
playing Overwatch, and then from Fake Napkin I met Maxie, who was dating Black Man George, who was friends with.
Mhm.
Actually, I met Dirty and Dangerous around the same time as Napkin, and then he met Big Brown, and Big Brown told us about AG, and that's when that happened. But how did you become from Skybound to admin though? Like we never finished that.
Yeah. So I was now on this team, and we were like all in plat. It was like the original version, so it was like me, Skettle, Herm, Alexo, Blue Ninja, S-Dog. Like we were S-Dog and I were the support duo, and then eventually we took a really long time before we played in our first tournament. But we played in like it was like a diamond and below. By this time we had all hit diamond. So we played in this diamond and below, and we lost in semifinals. But we were like, oh my god, that was our first tournament. And like, okay,
Hey,
it was
we
like the
lost in
second game.
semifinals, too. What do you know?
It was like our second game of the tournament, and we opened up on King's Row, and we did. You know our strategy, right? The hug the left wall, then
King's Row?
give a speed boost and jump over. Yeah, King's Row, attacking King's Row.
No.
So the Skybound strategy is the we hug the left wall, and then we do a speed boost and we jump over the wall and do like this super quick dive.
Oh, actually, I think I do. Well, you dive with like
Yeah, I feel like-
Winston, Genji. And,
Yeah, I feel like you've been in there.
I might have.
Yeah, we had like Winston triple DPS and then Lucio Zenyatta, and the second game we played, we got a 30-second team kill and took the point.
Mm.
Like 30 seconds after the game started, like it was like
Mm.
instant, and we were like, oh, that was really good.
That was very effective. Excellent.
Yeah, and so we started getting better. We won the next Diamond and Below tournament we played, and then our first, we added some people to the team. Like we added Tubbs, we added Zig, we added Playmate, and then we did a Masters and Diamond tourney. I think it was actually Amateur's first Masters Diamond tourney, and we won that, which was pretty cool. It was like, all right, we're not bad, and then I think those were the. How many tournaments have I won? I've either won 2 or 3 of AG's tourneys, but you know, so we did that, and then Skettle this whole time had been talking about wanting to do a league. You're still here, right, Max?
Yeah, I'm
Just
still
making
here.
sure. Okay, you just weren't talking.
Yeah,
So-
well, I'm just listening.
Okay, so Skettle had been trying with these other people, I don't remember who, to start a league,
Mhm.
and it kind of fell through. And then I think he started talking to Amateur about it, who I didn't really know. Like we were friends because I had been. By this time, I had been added as a. Taken from just a normal member of the team to being one of the leaders, because Herm kind of disappeared for a while, and I was doing a lot of stuff and involved, and so I
You-
became one of the leaders.
You're really passionate about helping the team advance.
Yeah. So like me, Blue, and Skettle were kind of the leaders for a long time, and Skettle wanted to talk to Amateur about doing the AGL, and I was like, yeah, if you do, like if you have like a Facebook messaging group, add me to it because I would like to be involved.
Hey.
And then Skittle did add me to it, and we started talking about the AGL season, and I started like coming up with all of these like ideas and like doing a lot of the logistical stuff for it. Like I picked all the maps. I picked I like talked about how I came up with the ideas of how it should be played, like how the matches would go. I wrote the rules, and I like came up with the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so then I was like AGL logistics dude, and Skettle kind of stopped really doing anything with the AGL besides sponsoring it because I was, you know, doing all of the work. But and I got to know Amateur better and Angel, and you know, then we started doing the actual AGL. And besides, you know, playing in it, I was like started casting.
Mm-hmm.
And
how'd that go out for your first time too?
Oh, the first time I casted, it was like an AGL game, and Amateur was like, "We don't have a caster. I need you to cast." And I was like, "Amateur, I have drunken an entire bottle of wine. This is not a good idea."
My gosh.
He was like, "I don't," and he made me do it anyway. Until somebody showed up, and I was like, "I'm gonna mute my mic now. You have fun."
My gosh. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, so I started casting, and I enjoyed that, and I got better at it. And then, you know, as AGL came to a close, and actually, I asked Amateur to become a mod on his Discord just because I wanted to add emojis. I wanted to add all of the team logos as emojis.
That's pretty cool.
And so he was like, "Yeah, sure." And I became a mod, and then started doing mod things. And then eventually we were like having a discussion, and Shiny Fighter brought up, like, Zach does everything, make him an admin. And then a couple other people was like, "Yeah, make Zach an admin." And I was like, "What? Oh.
Okay then.
Okay. And Amateur didn't say anything. And then later that night, he messaged me, and he was like, "We're expecting great things from you." All of a sudden, I was an admin.
Dang. The power has been bestowed.
I was like, "All right, cool. I'll take it."
That's crazy. Do you, out of curiosity, did you have any like, what's it called? Input when new casters are made? Because I know like when new casters are made, you like send in videos of them casting. I was just curious.
New casters? No,
Yeah.
that's not my department.
That's
I
like
think
all amateur and like Angel Center or something.
yeah.
Interesting. That's gonna be.
I mean, they pick the casters, but
that's gonna be a fun podcast actually when I get Amateur Gamer in here. Expect.
oh yeah, that'll be a good one.
That is gonna be sick.
Anyway, actually, you know one thing I want to talk about?
Yeah, what?
I want to be super nerdy about how I came up with the map pool for AGL Season 1, because I was like super excited, and I couldn't talk to anybody about this because they were like, "Dude, you're crazy."
Okay, how'd you create it?
All right, so we started, you know, with 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
That was our goal, and so I was like, all right, that's 66 games. So I can divide that into 11 rounds of 6 games, and there are 15 maps. Right at the time, there was no Junkertown, but Horizon had shown up. So there were 4 maps of every type, except there were only 3 payload maps.
Yeah.
So I like wrote all the maps down, and then I had all the rounds and had like 3 maps. Once you did the math, every map needed to be played 3 times, 11 rounds, so there were 33 maps. Each round had 3 maps, so there are 33 maps going to be played. So every map needed to be played twice, and 3 maps needed to be played 3 times to make like this equal distribution.
Yeah.
So the maps that I picked that are going to be played 3 times were the 3 payload maps, just because there wasn't a 4th one.
Hmm.
So then I like wrote all the maps down, and I like made it so that there was never the same type of map in the same round. So there were never like 2 hybrid maps. I made it so that every single map was first or second at least once.
Oh.
So it was played no matter what.
Hey.
And then I made it so that the maps were like spread out, and it was super fun to do. I actually did it while I was at work, and it was super nerdy, but I was never able to like explain it to anybody because no one cares.
That's true. Like once you go into the nerdy development, like everyone's just like, oh yeah, good job, whatever. But it's really interesting to see, like because a lot of hard work that goes into things, people just take for granted. Like they don't see the work behind. They just see the product, and if they don't like it, like oh, well, but they don't realize like you worked hard for this. And
Yeah, I got super nerdy about like all the scores and everything in AGL, which actually, starting this next season, I'm going to be writing a weekly blog where I post the scores for the AGL, and then I talk about the games that were that weekend and talk about the scores and the logistical stuff. So if you want to
cool.
see me, like, I'm going to be pretty nerdy, but if you want to see me being pretty nerdy, read my blog on the Amateur Gamers website weekly, starting in a couple weeks.
Dude,
Hey, shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Man,
Check out my YouTube at zacks-ophone at youtube.com.
Brought to you by Pepsi. No. Like, oh my god. No, that's really cool. Like, we're doing so much expanding thing. Like, you got the blog going on, we got the AGL season, now we got, like, podcasts going on every week. Like, this is just really cool. Like, it's really expanding.
Yeah, we're
into
definitely
something
growing.
Crazy. You have no idea, like, the stroke of, like, I was like, why didn't we do this? Like, the podcast thing. I was so hyped for this. I'm still, like, hyped about doing this. I don't
it's
have
definitely cool.
a whole lot of feedback, except from Aerosan, who doesn't understand podcasts, apparently. He's like,
Oh,
why
I've
are they an
watched it.
hour? They should read it. I'm like, it's a podcast. Oh, no.
It's a podcast. That's the point. It's just to listen to people talk.
And he's like, it shouldn't be an hour to read that. I'm like, you're damn Aerosan. You're damn. But anyway,
How long have we been talking now? I'm just curious.
I keep time. We've been talking for about 40 minutes ish.
Okay.
We
We're
got
getting
there.
there.
Yeah. No, I got set. Well, I mean, it's not a set timer. I'm just like, oh, we started. Blah blah blah. And we don't even have to only do an hour. Like we could do more. We could do a little less, depending on how the. Like
Well,
I usually
okay.
get. I usually stop a podcast around an hour, but if I feel like the conversation is flowing really well, I'll probably keep going, or if it's not very well, I'll cut it short.
Well,
But I haven't had to do that yet.
if you want, I've got an hour and 8 minutes of footage that I want to put behind this podcast, so you can stop it
An hour
right around
and
there.
8 minutes. My gosh, exactly. I mean, if that's the thing.
If that's how it goes.
Look at that raid. That raid. Look how good raid. Oh, wow, much wow.
Yeah,
Such good.
I think we did something really important right when this is going on.
Yeah. This
Hopefully.
fight. Oh my gosh! Look at
Yeah,
him
yep.
go. Jesus.
Oh, look at me shoot skulls probably right about now.
Hey. There you go. No, but yeah.
Yeah.
How'd V
alright.
do in the raid, by the way? Just curiosity.
She's actually in the one that I'm gonna show.
Oh.
So.
Oh, I mean, look,
was like-
she's doing good. Look at that. Hey.
Yeah, look at her. Look at her go.
Well,
being
from
alive.
your point of view, I'm assuming. So.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's my point of view.
Yeah. But yeah. That's crazy.
If
Overwatch.
Amateur can't download the video that I'm gonna send him, I'm
Oh,
just gonna be
now
really
we
really
just look
sad.
Like, now we just sound like.
Now we just look like complete idiots.
I mean, we probably do it anyway, regardless.
Enjoy this Overwatch in the background that's being played.
In case of emergency.
It's either Overwatch or
break glass
Destiny.
for Overwatch. Yeah. Either way. I mean, I was really interested. Like when you told me about the Destiny gameplay, I was like, okay. I mean, it's like everything is really themed Overwatch. So, but we are affiliated with Destiny just because. I guess we have Destiny fan groups. Which would
I mean,
be
we did talk about Destiny a lot in this.
We
podcast,
did talk about Destiny a lot.
so it
kind of
makes sense.
As well. If Destiny ever decides to come out with custom games, I might have to get Destiny back just so I can cast things. There. I want to get a copy of. Oh, actually, I sold my Xbox to JK. So, because I wanted to cast for the Xbox tournaments that Amateur is doing too, because he just started doing those. I don't know if it's continuing or not.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted
I
to
have no
cast for
idea.
those, and I didn't have the money for the game at the time, and I just sold my Xbox because I was in a pickle, and pickle solved. But so now
You know what? You
forget
know
about
what's
the Xbox
also
7.
great about being the admin for amateurs Discord
You can
is that
smite them
people
on the
message
bleachers.
me. People
Oh,
people message me asking about like specific tournament stuff, and I'm like, that is not my job.
that is not my job. They
That
took.
is not. I just manage this Discord. I'm not in charge of anything else besides the AGL.
Yeah, it's really interesting because some things I think AGL or amateur gamer like I think I could help with a lot like in deciding things because some things I'm like I don't necessarily agree with like his 3800 and below average SR tournament I think was just
Oh, those were bad.
just so
That was
bad.
such a. That was the last tournament I played,
Dang.
and it was just such a bad experience. I actually lost to Halfcast team.
Oh, Team
You were
Edge.
there. You were playing,
Yeah,
weren't you?
I think no, I was
That
casting.
was
What I haven't, I never played in the
okay.
3800 and below tournament. I don't think. Uh, but
No,
yeah,
it was just like everyone on their team was so high, and then they
I
brought in
remember.
someone who was at
Oh
3,000,
yeah, I
and
did cast.
I
Like,
was
sorry, go ahead.
mad.
I,
I
I
was
could tell
really
you
mad.
like messaged me and was like their SR is at 3815. Tell them
Yeah,
now. I was like okay,
they were at 38-15. I was like, I did the math, Angel. And they're
like
like, well, we told another team that was 15 SR higher that they could play, so we can't really say no. And I was like,
I
God
don't
damn it!
I don't like for that I was like this is above the limit. Like my standpoint on that was like okay, you need to get rid of a player, play with 5 again or something. And
They still
amateur
would have
like
creamed us.
we were waiting for a long time, so I don't know if they were redoing math or trying to figure it out. But they're like I guess it's only 15 SR above, and I'm like okay, that works I guess.
They still would have creamed us with five
Yeah, I
people.
remember
I
that.
mean, it was just
I don't
a
know, dude.
Lucio at
You never
3,000.
know. You never know though because that extra speed boost is so nice. Like people don't see the effect of speed boost. Like it's very
I
hard.
mean, well, yeah, and Nicola, who is the Lucio they got, is a good Lucio. I've played with him and talked to him before. But, you know, I was still just bitter from that tournament, and I was just like,
Yeah, because you
yeah, I
can
need to
have
stop
like
competing.
you can have top 500. Well, it's just a bad tournament. Don't. I honestly, it'd be. I would really love to see everyone competing and like having fun, because that's what it's about. This is what all this is about. We're having fun here because we're not making money off this. This is a blast. Uh,
I actually lost money off the AGO,
that's true, but
but I
well,
did
I mean,
sponsor him.
it's your donation thing, but
Yeah, it was my donation.
it's pretty cool.
But I think, I mean, I decided to take a break from competing after AGL, and I think it was actually pretty good for me. Just because I can focus on school a little bit more.
Yeah, school's really important. I noticed like
And
playing Destiny 2, you're like, I don't need to go to school today. I'm like kind of getting worried about you. I'm like, should you go to school?
nah,
This school's good.
okay, I I missed like probably half of the days for my statistics class. I didn't pay attention like in class once. I got 102 on the first test
102 out of what?
out of 100. I got
Oh,
extra credit.
hey. See, I was that kid in school too. Like I didn't. I was a lazy kid. Okay, I didn't do homework. I didn't like. I mean, I did in class things,
Yeah,
but
I don't do shit.
like my test scores were amazing though. Like borderline, where like people probably like this guy probably cheated. I mean, like acing science tests and math tests and blah 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 blah. Like stuff, I learned stuff easy. I'm a good learner, but I was damn lazy. Ugh, school. I need to go back to school. I really do. Like, there's a community college here at TVCC, and I really like. I went there the other day with my sister because she's going there currently, and they were doing like a fall festival thing, and there's just like so many people like around our age, and I'm just like, I miss hanging out with these people. Like, people who I hang out with in real life are like way older. Like my coworkers, they're all adults. They all have families, and I'm just here like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know.
I mean, we hung out that one time.
That was cool. Yeah, it was pretty fun there. No, definitely we should hang out again sometime, but when I have gas money. Or you could come over here too. Didn't you say you have friends in Payette?
I have friends from Payette,
Oh,
not in Payette.
never mind. But still,
Yeah.
either way. Um, People keep adding me. Yeah, this is it's been a really good experience, Overwatch in general, and I really like the amateur gamer, and
Yeah, I know. I'm glad
I hope it grows.
Yeah,
Sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
glad that I got involved with Skybound, and I'm glad I got involved with the AGL because I definitely I don't learned I loved running it. Like,
Mm-hmm. It was just a fun
I'm a
experience for you.
music business major, and it made me help me realize that like I like running stuff behind the scenes. I think
Ah,
it's one of my favorite thing to do, like
see, I love it
doing
when
all the
people
little
find their passion
logistic
too.
work,
Yeah,
doing
like
all the little logistical work, like coming up with the maps, or like planning a show, like stuff like that is just like what I like to do.
that's even awesome for me when I see other people like finding their passion and pursuing it. Like, damn, that's good for you, man. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool the community that Amateur has built with his tournaments and all that stuff. Like, I mean, I met all the people from Skybound, but I never would have met like you in person if like
Yeah,
Amateur hadn't done what he did.
that was
I like
crazy.
spent all this time with like AGHM, who I just started talking to Plague like when the AGL started, and
Yeah,
like we became friends then.
that plague is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Saying what
but
like
I
he's
think
dead to me
it's
now.
really cool
I'm
what
just
he's
kidding.
built and the amount of people that I've met through this.
No, it's really interesting. Like what the human can achieve, like with a little bit of organization. Like
Hmm.
it's just like I said, like for I can't even think of a better word. Like it's just really cool because out of nowhere, I really want to interview Amateur Gamer because I heard about it and you'll hear about it too when you watch the Half Cow podcast. Zach and everyone who's watching this already saw the Half Cow podcast when
Hmm.
she's talking about the assumption of Amateur Gamer and how he was formerly known as Diamond Boy and how he was like, hey, do these tournaments with me and blah 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 blah. And he's setting him up there, and then I'm assuming it only got better from there. And then we have the Goat Pounder podcast where he talks about like the artistical side and how he makes team logos for people and or did,
Yeah,
and it's just everything comes together. Like you meet new people, and like Amateur Gamer met this person, did tournaments, met this person, did art logos, like met this person, became caster, met this person, made podcasts, met this person, uh, runs things in the
became
background, made a
admin.
blog. Yeah, like all these cool things. It's like this show where just like this ever-growing community and everyone brings their own personality and own like part of the AGL and makes it a whole puzzle and everyone's a puzzle
Yeah,
piece. It's like really freaking cool. It's just like
yeah,
it's just so
and this
crazy.
league that happened, I think, was one of the coolest things. Like the competition got so intense towards the end, and a lot of people became friends through the league. Like it was
Yeah.
this long-term thing that wasn't just one time, and I think that's like the coolest. I'm not gonna swear. Coolest thing ever.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like honestly, I can already see like a goal for this. Like if we had like an amateur gamer convention, like I think that would be so freaking cool. Like if you somewhere in the middle of the U.S., I know it'd be so hard. Like this is like the pinnacle of like what this is trying to achieve. Like it's so hard
I
because
think.
people with all these different work schedules and all these different things and not maybe not the money to go. And but if we like announce something like, oh, 2019 Amateur Gamer Convention, like if we planned that far ahead, I think people could either a get enough money or figure out something to eventually meet there. But like you have to plan so far in ahead just to give enough people enough time for that stuff. If you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Or what were you
Yeah,
gonna
well, I
say?
think Amateur lives somewhere near Chicago, I believe. That Illinois area. Just go there. We'll just all meet in Chicago.
Everyone go to Amateur Gamer's house right now. Let's go. How many people
Uh,
are in this like community? You think like based from all the like general people in like Amateur Gamers Discord
I
to
mean, at
like
least a
all the
few hundred.
specificity.
Like maybe up to 1,000. Maybe. Probably less than that. But a lot of people have been impacted. Like played in an amateur gamers tournament, watched a tournament, like been in a Discord.
Had some kind of small impact, whether however minor it may be, and some do a lot more, and that's
And
cool
like
for
people
however you
from
want
all
to do.
over, like Team
We have,
Little Epic,
oh my gosh,
like all
that's
the
the
way
only
from
tough
like
thing too, from Europe and whatnot.
from Europe, like Alcina from wherever he lives. I know
He's
he's somewhere in
in.
Europe.
I know. I know this. My compa's gonna be mad at me. He's in like. Actually,
Spain,
just kidding. I wanted to
Port-
say Spain, but no, because he's. I thought Spain because he speaks Spanish, but it's not. It's Portugal. Is it Portugal? It might be
Portugal.
Portugal. Is it a
Portugal,
jackal?
yeah,
It's a
speaks
jackal.
Portuguese.
But he speaks good Spanish, so I think he's from. I think
Okay.
he speaks my Spanish, so it's not a different kind of Spanish.
And then
If that
people
makes
all the
sense.
way over here in Idaho.
Hey, honestly, I haven't considered myself an Idahoan in like ever. Like I just lived in Idaho recently because I've always been in Oregon. Like it's always been Oregon
Yeah,
for
I
me,
mean,
but I guess I'm living
I
in
was a
Idaho now.
Washingtonian, but now I live in Idaho
Yeah,
for school.
yeah. I really want to meet everyone. Like just this
Hmm
is so cool. Like I've been talking to Tubbs and V a lot recently, and
Yeah,
I've
they're
been
cool.
cool to meet
They're,
them.
they're cool people.
Just so many people to meet. I still need to meet Fake Napkin. Fake Napkin's my best friend. Like dang.
Hmm.
Like I never thought I could have someone that relate on so many levels that I could joke with, be like best friend level, just overall night. Like I never even meeting these kind of people. This is
Mhm.
awesome. So many cool.
You know, you, me, Tubbs and V, Fortnite Dream Team.
Hey, we never lost once. Let's go.
That's
100%.
not even the time that I killed you.
That was okay. Like, I was like, come on. I was like, how? I don't remember what you were trying to do with your inventory, but like,
I was trying to drop a couple rockets for Tubbs, and I
you-
just shot you with a rocket.
and I was,
like
I don't,
point blank.
you know, ever since then, I'm like never in front of new players. Like I've tried to teach my cousin Lily, I'm always behind him, like just in case he shoots this shotgun that's gonna piece me. Or
Yeah,
like,
you
oh my
just
gosh.
went down, and then it like
And then another
opened
guy
the
happened to
wall,
come,
and there was another guy
like-
was right there.
like an enemy,
shot
like
Tubbs and I, and then V came in and saved the day. But was
no,
only
V
able
went
to...
down. Me and V went down. And Tubbs saved the day.
No, V and no, you, me, and Tubbs went down. V saved the day.
Are you sure?
Like
I'm pretty sure.
90%. Like 90%.
Hey, someone's watching. No, you can't watch this. It's not till later. Go away. Anyway, this is why I need to figure out a different method to record besides streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I could record with like regular, but it only lets me record for 15 minutes. Like for these long hour
Oh.
streams, I need to figure out something else.
You need a capture card.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
expensive things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, how long have we been going?
Probably got like 4 minutes till the hour mark, if I'm
Okay.
correct. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can. I wish I could see my viewers so I can tell them, hey, stop watching. You don't need to see this. Who are you? Show yourself in the chat. Show yourself, fiend. Anyway, more on that. Oh, we have 2 people watching. Dang it. Oh, I think that's my phone.
Oh.
Never mind. Oh, it's me again. I love that. But yeah, I think we're gonna definitely have a lot more growth to look forward to in AG.
Yeah. I think this community is awesome, and I think it's just gonna keep growing. Unless Overwatch dies.
I honestly don't see Overwatch dying very much because just based on how often it's changing, like
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean,
it definitely.
I've had dry spells in Overwatch where I get burned out for a while, but then new things happen. Like I was burned out for the longest time until I met like everyone at AG, and then now there's this whole nother level of whatever, and I can still go back
It
to quick play and
definitely-
just mess around.
I think it lost quite a few people when Destiny 2 came out, but I think they're slowly coming back.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
There was a big drop in the player base.
I bet like Blizzard people are just like, here we gotta prepare for loss. And just as soon as Bungie was ready. But there's a lot of games
I mean,
coming
Blizzard-
out like
Blizzard and Bungie have a partnership. Like, Destiny 2 is going to be on the
because it's
Blizzard
Activision.
servers. Yeah,
it's Activision and Blizzard, I think. Because Bungie's the developers.
yeah. Bungie's a developer. Activision and Blizzard have
Yeah.
a partnership.
And that's what I was really excited for because with the Activision and Blizzard thing going up, like we could see Hearthstone and other Blizzard games coming on console possibly. Based on that, I forgot where the thing was, but I would love to play Hearthstone. I don't know if you know, but I am a huge card game geek as well. Like, I play Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I played all of 3 of those.
Dude, why didn't I bring like my cards? We could have played Magic or
You
something.
You forgot your dice.
I forgot my dice. Yeah, I did forget my dice. Like, I had 2 hours in my trip. I was like, I forgot my dice.
Podcast. All right, viewers, listen to this story.
Oh, great.
We were in a party with like Plague, Influence, and Air Slash, and V.
It wasn't Air Slash. V was there, but Air Slash wasn't there.
No, Air was there.
No, he wasn't.
I'm pretty sure he was there.
He wasn't there. It was me, you, and V, and Plague.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I'd bet money on it.
I
It's in one of the AGL season matches. I'll prove it. Anyway.
Oh, I think he was watching.
He might have been watching.
Yeah, but we were just talking, and we were talking about you coming to visit, and we were talking about like D&D, and he was like, you were just so excited. You were just like, I can show you my dice. And like ever.
That was pretty funny. You kind of cut out. Zach? Oh no, Zach is gone. Please wait while we have technical difficulties.
Oh, I'm back.
Zach is back.
Sorry, my controller turned off, and my headset is plugged into my controller.
Yo, why don't you have it to your... Like, I have a wireless headset. I mean, well, you already know because you saw my headset. But yeah, everyone was like...
Oh, well, I have a wireless headset too, but I just got my new one that I needed to like start actually recording stuff on my laptop because I need like wires and stuff.
But he said like I said like, oh, I'll show you my dice, and that's like immediately you cut off.
You were just so excited about it, and
it was pretty awesome. And then he was just like, whoa, and then it became like a weird thing, and then it was fun. But I forgot.
And
my
then
dice.
I was like, gonna send them a video of you showing me your dice.
Oh yeah.
But
it didn't happen. I was like probably in what town is that? I don't know. It's like an hour away from here, like an hour into the trip. I'm like, no, I can't believe I forgot my dice. I forgot my books. I forgot everything. Like,
yeah.
I always have that feeling like I probably forgot something like, every time I leave the house. And then I'm like, I can't think of it now, but I know for a fact I forgot something, and I have to go and I'll remember it later and hate myself.
Yeah. No, I get that. I understand.
Yeah. Very, very sad. Very sad.
Anyway.
But much things going down.
No, I played Yu-Gi-Oh when I was little, and I played a lot of Magic in high school.
It's pretty much the same. I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh. My friend Brian, who isn't really affiliated, like, I brought in a lot of new people on Overwatch, but they come in fresh, and like, you can't really play with them because you're on some other level, especially like where we are competitively. Yeah. And it's so hard. Like, I try to play with my cousin Uli or Brian, and they need to play by themselves and like learn how the game works. Like how we did it, but it didn't really happen a whole lot, so it's tough for me to recommend people to Overwatch.
It's hard to bring in new people. Yeah.
I mean, if people want to come in
you need to learn
themselves,
the game before.
Yeah, you need to at least
be
like a level 100. And then once you have a basic understanding of the game, then like I was like, okay, cool, I'll play with you. Like my cousin Lily probably made it to like level 80, 70-ish or 80-ish, and I was like, cool, because like we could do tournaments with him. He ended up being in gold, I think. Which I think when I first started Overwatch, I placed in gold as well on competitive season 2, and then like Napkin got placed in 5.
Let's see, I think competitive season 1, I placed in what was then plat, and then like season
50.
2, I think.
Wait, I think I placed like 50, and then I reached 56 as my highest.
Okay, competitive season 1, 54 was my season high.
Hold on, talk about your seasons real quick. I really have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Alright, so season 1, my season high was 54, but I ended at 50. Season 2, my season high was 28-30, so I was solidly in that plat range. I was actually a main back then. Why did I just switch into my caster voice? Can anyone answer me that? Like, I just started casting, even though I'm just talking about myself. Anyway, season 3, that was when I started becoming a Lucio main, and this was actually the season that at the end of it I joined Skybound. So my season high was 33-39. I was so excited when I made it to Diamond. Oh man, I was excited. But my final, I was back down in like 26. Season 4 was when I made it to Masters. Max, why did I switch?
I heard that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just started casting. I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Like, ever since like I became a caster, I'd start casting in like games too. I'm like, oh, here comes the high noon from the McCree, coming in, and they're like, stop casting. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, you hit Masters in season 4. I didn't hit Masters in season 5.
Yeah, I did.
And then, well,
yeah,
I didn't really
season,
play season 4.
Going back to actually a timeline, I joined Skybound in between season 3 and season 4.
Oh.
So that was when I started playing Overwatch competitively.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've always tried to play competitive Overwatch. Like, when competitive first came out, I played with Napkin.
I mean, like I played comp, but I never really found my stride. Season 3 was also the first season that I had the most time on Lucio. Like season 2, I had the most time on May, and 30 minutes on Lucio.
Huh.
And season 1, it was actually, I think it went, Pharaoh was my highest, and Lucio was like number 4 with like 4 hours. But then I got to season 3, and I started playing Lucio, and I had 35 hours on him, and I shot up to Diamond. Then season 4, I had 82 hours on Lucio, and I hit Masters, and that's really where I like found my stride. I got really good at him.
I guess I've always been a tank player. Like season 1, I only played 35 hours season 1, and I had Zarya and Roadhog as my top 2 played at 4 hours each. And then I was the Mercy main season 2. And I didn't, well, I mean, I played a lot of Mercy, but I didn't really become Mercy until season 3. That was pretty epic. I didn't know season 2 obviously. I had a lot of time. It must have been season 2, because I didn't have that many hours season 3. Season 3 I got burned out, and then I didn't rejoin Overwatch until like at the end half of season 4. And then I found my Reinhardt main because one of my friends left, and he was our Reinhardt main, and I took over. And I really liked Reinhardt then, and then season 5 was like a crap ton of Zen right at the end there, because I didn't even start playing Zen till like the half end of season 5 either, but then it was like amazing, because I'd played Zen like sprinkled here and there, and it was really cool, because I remember when Overwatch first came out, they had the trailer videos like support heroes, blah blah blah, tank heroes.
No, I was really into Pharah when when I first saw her. I was like, I want to fly.
Everyone was in like to like all the DPS, and I felt like I was the only one like, you want these supports, I will support and be that support man.
And then I got into Lucio and fell in love and
yeah, that was
learned
like
how to wall ride.
My first
started watching stanky videos.
My first game ever on Overwatch was in Quick Play, and I played Lucio on Lijiang Tower, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. Like, I got 10 votes like the first game, and I was like, that's so cool. I couldn't believe it.
Oh,
and then
my first game was on Route 66, and I played Roadhog.
No, that was like my next games. I didn't feel like I was good at Overwatch until I played Roadhog on Ilios, when you could hook through time and space. I was like hooking people and killing them, and then like I'd breathe and heal myself. I'm like, I'm still alive. Cool. Going in for more. it was pretty that epic. It was that epic time. It was pretty dope.
Yeah. All right. Actually, I got some stuff I need to do tonight, so.
No,
is
we're
it all right
pretty
if
much.
We end?
Yeah, we're pretty much done.
Get towards the end. All right, cool.
Actually, you're like basically exactly at 1 hour and 8 minutes, I think.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, thanks for showing up, Zach.
Yeah,
we had
that was
some
good
time. I look forward to AGL Season 2, everyone. This was
sign up.
TeamWatch.
If there are still spots left, sign up.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this was your TeamWatch host, Mex, or the Big Fat Mex. Either way, whatever. We'll catch you guys later. And this is where I leave a little bit at the end, because it sometimes cuts the end of my videos off, and now I'm just like talking, and it just cuts my talking off, so it's dumb. This is never. This is not going to be in the podcast.
Got it.
That was so unprofessional. I had to go to the bathroom so bad, but then I was like, we gotta stay in 8 minutes.
I need to go to the bathroom right now.
Go ahead, man. No, I'm
gonna
cut the stream right now, and we'll be good to stop. But yeah, thanks for everything. Oh, I think he's still in the party.